Hey y'all, it's Emma Crystal. How many of you have ever asked the same question? Ugh, stay. I'm just going to go back. I'm not starting that over. I'm just going back. Hey y'all, it's Emma Crystal. How many of you have ever answered the same question so many times that you finally thought, Lord, if I have to explain that thing one more time? Come on now, don't leave me out here hanging by myself. For me, it was towels. And Lord of mercy, don't get me started on those fitted sheets. I'm starting over again. Phew. Hey y'all, it's Emma Crystal. How many of you have ever answered the same question so many times that you finally thought, Lord, if I have to explain this one more time? Come on now. Don't leave me out here hanging by myself. For me, it was towels. And Lord of mercy, don't get me started on those fitted sheets. I have probably demonstrated how to fold a fitted sheet 11 gajillion times. And every time I hired someone, I'd show them. They'd practice. We'd laugh, ha ha ha. And then I'd think, okay, they got it now. And 2 days later, Miss Emma. Now let me tell you something. Whenever somebody starts a sentence with Miss Emma, I already know I'm about to stop what I'm doing. Miss Emma, can you show me how to fold the sheet again? At first, I thought I had a towel problem. And then I thought I had a fitted sheet problem. I even wondered if I had a training problem. But then one day I realized something important. The towels weren't the problems. The sheets weren't the problem. The training wasn't the problem. I was the problem. Now, before y'all start looking at me crazy, let me explain. The problem wasn't that I was teaching people, and because that's what leaders do, right? The problem was that every answer lived inside my head. If somebody needed to know how to answer the phone, they asked Emma. If somebody needed to know which mineral blend went into which tub, they asked Emma. If somebody needed to know how to greet a guest, they asked Emma. If somebody needed to know where something was, they asked Emma. Somewhere along the line, I had accidentally trained my team to believe that the answer to every question was ask Emma. I wasn't just the owner. I had become Amani's encyclopedia, y'all. And let me tell you, that's a heavy thing to carry. So for years, I'd say the same thing over and over. Man, I really need to write an operations manual or a handbook or something. I need pictures. I need videos. I need procedures. I need checklists. I said it over and over and over, but somehow there was never enough time. Can y'all relate? Can anybody relate to me? Because see, when you're busy serving clients all day, building systems always feels like something you'll get around to one day when you have time. Well, here's the bad news. One day never shows up. You have to decide to build it. You just have to make the decision. And for me, that decision came from something I never expected. I got tired. Not tired of my business and not tired of my clients. I got tired of carrying the entire business around in my head. And one day it finally hit me. My brain was never meant to be Amani's filing cabinet. Think about that for a minute. Inside my head were recipes, procedures, phone scripts, opening duties, closing duties, training instructions, product information, employee expectations, client experiences, everything. Heck, no wonder I was exhausted. I wasn't just doing my job, I was trying to remember everybody else's job too. And then there was something else. Vacations. Y'all, I was scared to death to take one. And not because I didn't trust my team, not because I thought everything would fall apart. I was afraid because I knew how dependent the business had become on my memory. If I wasn't there, the questions didn't just go away. They just waited until I got back. And that, my friend, is not freedom. That is called being on call for your business. And I don't know about y'all, but I didn't become an entrepreneur so that I could build another full-time job for myself. I wanted freedom. That's when I stopped saying, I need to write a manual. So I'm about to speak some things into the atmosphere because I'm in the becoming phase. I haven't perfected all this right now, but Lord of mercy, I am working on it diligently. I started building what I now call the Amani Way. At first, I thought I was creating an employee handbook. I couldn't have been more wrong. I wasn't building a handbook. I was building freedom. Every procedure I documented meant one less interruption. Every picture answered another question. Every training video saved another conversation. And every checklist, made the work more consistent. Every QR code gave my team another way to find an answer without stopping what they were doing or stopping what I was doing. Something amazing started happening as we started to build this. I started feeling lighter, and not because there was less work to do. There wasn't. I felt lighter because there was less to remember. Every time I documented a process, I removed one more dependency from me. That changed the way I looked at leadership. Y'all, there are two ways to spend your day. You can spend it working in your business, or you can spend it working on your business. Working in the business is what most of us are good at, right? It's serving clients, answering the phone, checking people in, making products, balancing schedules, solving today's problems, and putting out today's fires, right? Those things really do matter. They keep the lights on. But working on your business looks different. That's where you build systems. That's where you train people. That's where you improve the client experience. That's where you create marketing plans. Oh Lord, that's where you document procedures, review your finances, and prepare your business for the future. Those things may not produce money today, this very afternoon, but they'll still be making money for you next year and the year after. At some point, I had to have an honest conversation with myself. I can't grow the business and massage bodies all day at the same time. And I love massage therapy, y'all. It changed my life. And it has given me the privilege of helping change the lives of others. But my role had to change. The business didn't need another massage therapist nearly as much as it needed someone to build the future. That was a tough realization because, y'all, I'm a little hard-headed. I had to be hands-on. And when you're good at serving people, it's hard to step away from the work you love. But if I wanted Amani to grow beyond me, I had to spend more time building the business than simply running it. And that brings me to another word that scares a lot of business owners: automation. Some people hear that word and think we're trying to replace people, and that's not what automation does. Automation protects relationships. If software can send appointment reminders, collect intake forms, request reviews, or follow up after a visit, then I get to spend more time doing what no software will ever do: looking someone in the eye, listening, serving, making them feel seen. That's where relationships are built. The technology handles the routine so we can focus on the remarkable. And then I'm not pushing my team to do something they're not all that good at. The same thing is true with client onboarding. Every client should have a consistent experience. They should know what to expect. They should know where to go. They should be escorted to the bathroom, not just have someone point the way down the hall. They should know how to prepare. They should know what happens next. Great businesses don't leave those things to chance. They build systems that deliver excellence every single time. As the Amani way is growing, something else is changing. Instead of hearing, Miss Emma, how do I'm starting to hear, Miss Emma, I found it. Do you know how beautiful those three words are? I'm speaking them into the atmosphere. I found it. I found it. I found it. Music to my ears, because now my team doesn't need me for everything. That, y'all, is leadership. Leadership isn't making yourself indispensable. Leadership is building a business that doesn't depend on your memory. So here's my challenge for you. This week, pay attention to every question people ask you. If you've answered the same question 4 times, don't answer it a 5th time. Build a system. Take a picture, y'all. Write a checklist. Record a 2-minute video and then document the answer. Not only will this help your organization grow, it will also help you to generate ideas for marketing. We talked about that. Remember the compass we talked about last week? Here's where you can apply it. That is so beautiful. And either way, your future self will thank you. Your employees will thank you. Your clients will benefit from it. And your business will become stronger because of it. For years, y'all, my brain was Amani's encyclopedia. But encyclopedias belong on shelves, not on people's shoulders. And y'all, I didn't even know anybody was still printing encyclopedias. Real talk. I found out that World Book is still printing them. Well, that's great for World Book, but I don't want to be one. An encyclopedia, that is. I finally decided it was time to make the encyclopedia in my head digital. And in doing that, I discovered something. Systems don't just organize your business. They give you your life back. That's how you stop being the bottleneck. Yeah, I was the bottleneck and didn't even know it. But that's how you start thinking like a CEO. And that's how you build a business that keeps serving people, whether you're in the room or not. Yes, we're building businesses together, y'all, but we're also building business leaders. Now go on out there and build something great.